opportunity where about 5,000 educators come together to learn from and with each other about how they're getting significant gains. And it's not only about the achievements that they've made, it's really about how they've gotten there. What's the journey? Because we know this stuff is really hard. There's no one size fits all. And what we do is we bring together educators to talk about and how they're getting there and to learn from and with each other. No sponsors, no exhibits, no sales pitches. It's all about educators talking with and learning from each other, and that's really what makes us unique, and we're really excited that AASA is going to be in the fold this year.
Well, we're really excited because it's not just about individuals, right? It's about districts being able to bring teams of people together to work together, and we know that's where impact happens. And from AASA's perspective, we're all about impact. Right. And so being able to find partners that we can engage in conversations and collaboration with, and that's the perfect time of the year, right? Because you're just coming off, finishing up your school year. July is that time where we hope everybody just re-energizes and renews. And then August 1, man, everybody is back to work.
Ready to go.
So you don't have really time outside of those last couple of weeks in June, really to get a team together where they can be fully present to engage in that instructional improvement work.
Yeah, so last year was my first year there, and what I heard overwhelmingly was about the power of teams. So I've got some districts that bring 200 people a year, or 50 people a year, or it might be 20 people, whatever it might be. And what they love is the opportunity to come as a team, learn something from folks that have very similar kinds of struggles, but then also get together and figure out how to apply it, and then they go back in the summer and they say, okay, we heard this at model schools, how are we now going to apply it in our district? That's the real power of it. So that sort of team-based approach is essential. And the application, we always say, we want you to be able to go back and do something tomorrow based on what you learn. And given all the folks that we have around the country and internationally, frankly, who bring their stories to bear, we know that it's just a great experience for school teams to be able to put it into action and actually make great things happen for kids.
And we know not everybody can bring 200 people. I
That's
didn't
right.
even have 200 people in my staff my first district, But the great thing is, even if you can't bring a team, either financially or time-wise, you can still come and learn with and from others in like contexts, And so, we have a lot of our rural colleagues who, it can be lonely being a superintendent. And I know you join us at AASA and really doing whatever we can to create those coalitions of colleagues in like-minded contexts to be able to work together and learn with and from each other to go back to. I always say, look, if you go back and don't do anything, you shouldn't come next year.
That's right.
This is all about action, and you can come, work together, learn with and from each other, but then you have to go back and do.
Yep.
And not everything.
Well, so we actually pride ourselves on focusing on the ROI, right, the return on investment. And one of the ways we do that is by creating kind of like a curated experience for folks. So you mentioned the rural communities, or it might be an urban, or it might be a district that's focusing on mental health, or a district that's focusing on interventions. We have all our whole team of consultants there. We also have all of our full-time staff, so about 60 or 70 of us, all of whom have been teachers, principals, central office leaders, highly skilled practitioners who are now really highly effective facilitators and experts. And what they do is they actually curate the experience for folks so that we can direct you to the right things. Because it's 5,000 people. It's a lot of stuff going on. You can get lost. We want to make sure that people are going to sessions that are right for them. And because we know the work and we know the districts, we spend a lot of time planning so that when you come in, it feels kind of personalized so that you're really meeting people who are similar to you and are working in similar contexts, so that you can make the most out of it. So that's part of the kind of secret sauce of model schools that I think is one of the things that makes us great.
Well, and isn't that terrific? Because we're modeling exactly what we're asking people to go back and do in their districts and in their classrooms, right? Yeah. And so as we're moving towards this personalized experience for our students, we also need to be personalizing our experience for our adult learners. Yep. Because the reality is, I really believe people get into education not because they love to teach, but because they love to learn.
Yep, that's right.
And, for a number of years, the love was sucked out of the learning of the teaching world and the teaching vocation. And now you and I and colleagues like us across the country are trying to put that love back in the learning, which will benefit not only the adult learners, but our students as well. And that's exactly what will happen at model schools.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. People, they have a lot of fun, right? They have a lot of fun with their teams because, they come in teams. They have a lot of fun learning from other people and then just getting to meet people from around the country. And some of those, relationships continue long after the conference. They see each other, the next year. And that's part of what we try to do. We try to create, learning is about an experience for kids and for adults. It's about the information, but it's also about the experience. And we know that the experience we provide at model schools is sort of second to none. And we're just excited to have you all in the fold this year and to welcome you into model schools.
Well, we're excited to be there as well, and I can't wait to see you and all of our colleagues at the end of June.
All right, thanks.
All right, you
it's
bet.
amazing you held eye contact.